So today I'm going to be making a quick 10-minute meal, and this is something you can do during the week if you're crunched for time, or it can even be for lunch. Just depends on what you want to make it for. And in case you hadn't noticed the black eye, I got in a fight with a drill at work, so I'm half a raccoon for this and probably several more videos until it clears up. So today I'm making flounder, and I'm also making grilled shrimp, which I'm going to be doing both in my skillet. For a side, I'm going to be making my uh, chicken macaroni and cheese recipe, and I'll link to that at the end of the video in case you haven't seen it. That'll give you a side dish option, and this makes for a fantastic meal that's pretty quick to produce. So let's get to it. So the first thing we want to do is get some fat into our skillet. You can use tallow, lard, butter, bacon grease, whatever it is you want to use. And we want to make sure that our skillet gets good and hot. Because when your skillet's hot, your meat doesn't stick as much to the cast iron. I keep mine seasoned, as you can see. Just makes it a little bit easier once I get the grease in here. And this typically takes the longest part of the whole meal, is getting your skillet ready. And you want to, like I said, you want to make sure it's good and hot. We want to get it to where it's just about starting to smoke, and then we'll know we've got our temperature right for our meat. So we'll give that a minute to warm up. I already have my chicken macaroni and cheese already ready to go. I pre-made that. But you can do it at the same time you do this. It doesn't take long. It's fairly easy to make. Like I said, I'll link to that video at the end of this one, so you can go check that out and see if that's something you want to make or not. I typically will bring my skillets up to temperature on about a medium heat. You can do it quicker if you want. It's really up to you. You just want to make sure it's good and hot, because once you put the meat in there, it'll stick initially, but then it'll release. You don't want to put it in when it's cool, because then as it's beginning to cook, it's going to pull that meat down to the pan, and it's really going to stick. So I've got my shrimp ready to go. We'll run through some of the seasonings that I use. Garlic powder, pepper, onion powder, and Redmond's real salt. And for the shrimp, once I've got it pretty much cooked, I'll throw in a little bit of lemon juice just to give it a little bit of a kick to it. Not a whole lot, but it works out pretty good. Now, what I have, I've managed to find some wild-caught shrimp and some wild-caught flounder, so that's what I'm going to be making tonight. All right, we can see our skillets are starting to smoke just a little bit. And our flounder is going to take longer than our shrimp, so we're going to put that in first. Now we're going to go ahead and season it. And we're going to use the same seasoning on our shrimp. Go ahead and get our shrimp in there. Now for the shrimp, I'll typically put a cover over my skillet just to help it cook more evenly. We'll get that going. Flip our flounder over. You see it sticking just a little bit. Not bad. It'll probably stick more after the flip because most of the grease has been absorbed into the fish by now. But it may not. It's really hit or miss whether it does that or not. This cooking the shrimp and the fish generally takes a couple of minutes. About 3 minutes on your shrimp, a couple more on the flounder. Shrimp's cooking up nicely. Get that back under the cover. All right, so our flounder should be about done. So go ahead and get that plated up. Figures when you're on camera, that's when everything goes haywire. Okay, so I've got 2 more pieces of flounder to cook. Get some more grease. Cook it in this skillet. It shouldn't take long to bring it up to temperature this time since we're already on medium heat. That should go pretty quick. I'm going to have a little bit of sticking on this just because I had a little bit with the flounder, as you can see there. But it's still not going to be bad. All right, let's get our other pieces of flounder in there. Go ahead and season those up. Check on our shrimp. Oh yeah, looking nice. So what I'm going to do is turn the heat off on the shrimp, but leave it sit in the skillet until the flounder's done. I would just give it a little bit of a sear at the end. And this is the point where I'm going to add in my lemon juice. And you don't have to do this. I just throw some in for a little bit of flavor to it, give it a little bit of that Caribbean taste. There we go. Go ahead and flip our flounder. All right. Go ahead and get my plates ready. All right, flounder should be done. Shrimp's done. All right, now we get the shrimp on the plate, and we'll give you a final look. There's our plate. That's a quick meal and tasty. So as you can see, this is a pretty quick meal, probably less than 10 minutes to get it all done. I got a few minutes of prep time, so I allow that in there for this recipe and for this meal. And this would be one of our typical meals we have with our carnivore diet. So I hope you like this. Give me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what some of the meals you have are. And is there a carnivore meal you'd like to see me do a video about? Go ahead and leave that comment down there. Hope you have a great day.